Hey guys, Janet Brown here. I hope you're having an awesome week, healthy week, fit week. And today we're going to talk about goal setting. We're going to talk about creating a plan so that you can be successful and reach your goal. And the problem is most people, they get inspired and they wake up and decide they're going to start. And that's great. However, it's almost like building something without a blueprint. Okay, so today I'm going to help you create a blueprint and get everything in place so that you can start, and not only start, but finish. Okay, so if you're a note taker, I encourage you to grab a pen and paper. You might want to jot some of these things down. So the first thing you want to do is you want to create a short-term goal and a long-term goal. Now, your long-term goal, and this is just an example, but let's just say your long-term goal is 20 pounds. Okay, you want to lose 20 pounds. Now, the short-term goal might be 1 to 2 pounds a week, okay? So if that's the case, you're looking at about a 10-week plan, okay? So roughly 1 to 2 pounds a week, about 10 weeks. So you're looking at about 2 to 3 months. So you need to already be prepared to commit for 2 to 3 months. Now, once you've determined that, and that's if your goal is 20 pounds, it's just going to depend on your goal from person to person, but that's just an example, okay? So once you've determined your long-term goal, your short-term goal, and then how long it should take, you want to make sure you have everything in place to execute that plan. Okay, so what does that look like? When you have your week, your short-term goal in your week, what does that look like? What are you going to be doing throughout that week? Because we know that if we stay consistent, not only daily, but every week, the long-term goal is going to be met. It's going to be reached. But the problem is sometimes people think, oh my God, they focus on the end result and it can seem overwhelming and far-fetched. So you want to just focus on a little bit at a time, and then accumulative, of course, you'll be successful. So you have your week. You've got your plan in place. Now, what I encourage you to do is just create your team. You can do this by yourself, but it's going to be very, very, very tough. So recruit some people. Okay, so for me, it was a trainer and a registered dietitian who, thank God, happened to be my sister and my family. And so I didn't do it alone. And so you want to bring in some knowledge, people that will help you. Okay, that could be a personal trainer, that could be a nutritionist or registered dietitian. You know, it could be any number of resources available. Okay, but you want to make sure that you know exactly what you're doing. You know, I remember the time that I hired my trainer, brought him my nutrition, what I had been eating, and he took one look at it and he threw it away. Okay, so you might want to make sure that you are eating healthier. You might want to bring in somebody that knows a lot more about nutrition than you do, or shows you how to work out. You know, I don't know, that's going to be up to you to decide, but understand that you will have better success if you have a team of people to help you. Okay, so let's just go back to our example. You've got 20 pounds to lose. You've got 2 to 3 months to do it in. You have to be prepared to commit for that long. And what that means is that you need to understand you're going to have to avoid some things, okay, short term, in order to reach that goal. It doesn't mean work hard 5 days a week and then blow it all on the weekends, and that's very common, and you don't want to do that. And so get your calendar out and mark your allowance days. I like to give my clients an allowance day, depending on the person, once a week or once every 2 weeks, with 1,000 calorie allowance. You know, the person helping you will be able to determine that, but you can mark your allowance days, mark your exercise days in your calendar over that 10-week time frame or whatever it may be, and stay committed to it. But it's very important that you don't start without sitting down, getting the plan in place, the blueprint in place, mapping it out on a calendar, along with your budget, getting your team in place, and then executing it. But the main thing is, honestly, it's going to be your mindset. You have to be ready and willing to commit to the plan. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Okay, it's not going to work. You have to also ask yourself, am I at a place where I am fully committed to execute this plan out? Because you have to remember, you didn't gain the weight overnight. You're not going to lose it overnight, okay? So you have to be patient with yourself. And I remember when I brought in my sister to help me, She told me, if you do this, 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 and this, you will reach your goal in 6 months. I had 50 pounds to lose, and it worked because I looked at the scale one morning and I saw 184 pounds, and that was not acceptable to me. Okay, so you have to ask yourself, are you at that place in your life where you are done and ready and you are committed to making a lifestyle change? If you're not, don't expect great results. Okay, you have to be all here before you can move your body and really act and get to where you're going. Okay, so I hope that helps you. Just to recap, number 1, long-term goal. Number 2, short-term goal. Number 3, your plan. Number 4, get your team in place. Okay, and number 5, commit and stick to it. Commit and stick to it. So with that, I hope it helps. Like I said, God bless you. Go lift, be fit. Have an awesome one.